Never played with that. No. All right. String along. Leave the string alone, okay, Papa? Well, get it. No, and you look right at me. No, not right now. Well, in a little bit. Seriously. Okay? really need to clean my windows. I really, really do. How y'all doing this day? I can hope that nobody went out and done nothing stupid yesterday, or anything that would, forget the word stupid, anything that would rile them or dismiss or remove them. There's enough people doing that you don't have to add to it. You see the quote by James Baldwin that I put up there. You see the title. That's just one institutionality of an ideology and a narrative painted by the enemy because it's obstructive. We have a melanated man with a shirt that says Jesus saves. And we have a pale-skinned, overeating, donut zealous individual who would partake in anybody's narrative and support and defend it, even if it's scripted wrong. Now, a lot of y'all know that I am no way religious. I don't believe in a Jesus of the consortium, nor in the religion of the piety to which it comes from. And then you have another melanated man but standing beside him, admonishing hate in the same direction of the other melanated man. Now, why is this important? Because we have moved into a vacuum where the abnormal is made normal, and it's by a consistent perversion of a system that in no way is supposed to be in our business nor in our lives, and we did not allow it. Yet we are supposed to be in theirs and know their every move, conscious waking moment, and sleeping. The reversal, when I've been stating for the last 30 years that everything is backwards and reversed, upside down and inverted, it was not a play on words or a placate from a narrative. It was to point out a narrative most people did not, because I know most people did not get, because I know a lot of y'all did not. I don't care who you think you are and what you think you know, you did not have an understanding of what I was expressing. When I went in and they gave me those two most powerful antibiotics, somebody came in there and shot some stuff in me, and I've been attempting to find out what it is. And St. George, Utah Pulmonary Clinic refused to respond. You know why? Because they're the seeds of the intrepid, the beat down, the trodden upon, the wayward, the misguided, the misled. And they are pious, if you know what that means. And they loathe their ignorance. Systems were garnered and built all around. As I stated in the 90s, in the 80s, Detroit doctors removing women's uteruses without their knowledge, and ovaries. Hysterectomies, they call them. Men going in for simple blood clots and this, that, and their testicles being removed. And nobody fought. Nobody made a statement, nobody made a cry, and the lying media, to which is supposed to be honest and unadulterated, which you come to find out, as many have, and some of us have known, are related to all the politicians. Fact checkers. The last one, and this, I think the newest one they don't want to say nothing about, being that to Hillary, a cousin of Hillary Clinton's, and working for CNN. Wolf Blitz, CIA. You can say not, whether it be his father, whoever. I don't care about these terms and these alphabets. But to watch the video, and I saw it was a while ago, of this individual and the way he was speaking with his little taser and everything, security guard, to this man who had a shirt on that said, Jesus saves. I am not here to beat up on anybody wearing a shirt. Indifference. If you read the title or the... Come on now. That's me, and I'm trying to watch him. He's meowing my foot. I am not in no way going to allow something to exist on my ancestral land that creates more division and perpetuates more hate. We have a lot of people now who have gone into the right or left of, I'm not a Christian, who is Sky Daddy, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you like this. I don't know what the creator's name is or who it is. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to dismiss the fact that there's a reality to that beyond the scope. Because how can we know where in this dome, what's in the other greater dome or other domes, and what is out there? I believe that we are consistent with creation, but we are farther cut from it. I'm not here to hear what anybody's got to say. I want you to listen. Frederick Dulles, narrative of the life of Frederick Dulles, an American slave, to which he was not, because no slave could say this. A slave in the mentality of the minds that, and I bet he is sitting there going, stop calling me that foolish word, okay? Because of the arrogance or the ignorance of those who would keep you subverted and subjugated to the narrative they painted, which is totally an eclipse, blacking out the light and a lie. Incidents in the life of a slave girl, to which no slave girl existed. Therefore hateth the corrupt. Slave holding, woman whipping, cradle plundering. Do you know what cradle plundering is? Orphans. He was alive to see them being brought here, and he knows what happened on the side of that. Partial and hypocritical Christianity of this land, not from it. He knows the origin of it. Indeed, I can see no reason but the most deceitful one for calling the religion of this land Christianity. See, for the religion, who we are and who we were truthfully, was never anything to do with the fake Pope, the fake Queen and King of England, the fake president when Lincoln was a king, or a Khan, which king and Khan are one and the same. I look upon it as the climax of all misnomers. Do you know what misnomer is? Do I need to go back and find that word and express it to you? Let me pull it up, because I've done it so many times. I'm just tired. I am. I really am. I don't care about some pale skin and how they feel about this, that, and that. I don't care. I don't care about your life of lies and who you think you are. I would look it up in Hindi. Why did they do that? Get out of here. They always do that. Excuse me. A wrong or inaccurate name or designation. A wrong or inaccurate use of a name or term. Falsum nomen. Do you know what falsum nomen is? I'm asking because I find it very important that you know these things. I'm just getting started. Latin to English. Why don't y'all go and pull that up? Okay. Which is misnomer. So here it is. And the grossest of all libels. I have to do this. This is because no one else is. Defamation is the act of communication to a third party false statements about a person, place, or thing that results in damage to his reputation. When I told you that we are the true Hebrew, it's not that we're Hebrew. It's a lifestyle that has nothing to do indicative to a place or a people, but a people of origin. And we were everywhere. I don't care what the idiots say. I am no citizen of no U.S. narrative, and they want you to keep acquiescing to that, and you must stop it. I'm an original an American, or a descendant of the Republic, and it's that. And if that's too hard to accept or understand, then so be it. I will never go outside of my area to assist any future systems that are against my people, whether in ignorance or assimilation. I live a whole 5-hour travel away, and I had problems with traveling to my medical appointments in Utah, only an hour and a half away. What makes you think that I would travel anywhere that is no real travel? If I can't travel here, then why must I move physically? To have disdain and perpetuate further detachment from being able to travel here? Because the truth and words are not compatible. These people are dead things. The Dead Sea community of Qumran went even further to express. They taught their followers to love all the sons of light as we were, and hate all the sons of darkness, understanding the sons of light as members of their own sect and sons of darkness to be other Jews outside of their sect. That is from the Dead Sea Scroll. And they want you to pray to Yahweh, Haya, Yahweh. What is Yaldabaoth, the god of? In the Archonic, Scythian, and Ophite systems, these are ancient. Yaldabaoth, Yahweh, is regarded as the malevolent demiurge and false god of the Old Testament, who generated the material which is removed, material universe, and keeps the souls trapped in physical bodies, imprisoned in the world full of pain and suffering that he created. Look at Ukraine. I have a ton of videos of dead Russians, murdered, killed, blown up. I mean, very, very, very pictograph. Cartel members, whether Arab or Berbers or whatever, murdering those with some of our bloodline, most violently because they're part of the cartel. Babies being literally torn apart, where they're in about several different countries. And y'all don't get it. Fear is the only thing you know. And instead of utilizing that to increase your real energy, to bring about you an abundance of truth and light, to know that you can detest and hate the vile, this is not the sons of darkness and daughters. You choose to keep perpetuating a roundabout. You continue to move in it. You continue to sign contracts for marriages that don't exist, to give yourself further over to a system to where you don't belong to yourself, neither the individual as your babies, your paps, your saplings. They have persecuted our people on this land, and yet you are afraid to die? I do not at no time seek violence. Violence has sought us out and is always at our doors. You have people grafted into special operations who go into SWAT and this, that, and the other, who move and run around because the only thing they want to do is get some. And y'all run around thinking you know what death is. No, you know what their death is. You don't know what true death is. It's an obscure word. Actually, death is not even the actual word. They don't know. And it's meant for them not because they've accepted their role. But if they really knew, they would all change in not even a tenth of a second. They would change so fast. But their ignorance, their sublimeness, and a lot of you are the same. Our parents, are you aware that a lot of our parents made a deal? Whether in their high or drunken stupor or somewhere unbeknownst to them, to sacrifice us so that they may live a little longer? Are any of y'all aware of that? And sometimes that sacrifice came with, well, I won't do it, so they died young. Some lived old, with you not knowing that you may not never live as old as them, and you could live far older than them. They will use every means, and they're doing it. And what are you still doing? On Facebook all day. On Instagram all day. Stuck. Because you're stuck in a lie you don't know how to remove yourself from, because you're fearful. Osceola. Am I a Negro? Am I a slave? I am an Indian. The white man shall not make me black. I will make the white man red with blood, and then blacken him in the sun and rain, where the wolf shall smell his bones and the vulture live upon his flesh. That was in Harp's Weekly, June 12, 1858, because things are about to rudely change forever. And the only treaty I will ever execute will be this. With that, Osceola allegedly plunged his knife into the negotiating table, according to some, into the treaty itself. There remains nothing worth words. If the hail rattles, let the flowers be crushed. The stately oak of the forest will lift its head to the sky, and the storm towering and unscathed. That was Osceola at the Fort King negotiations. Osceola allegedly knifing the Treaty of Payne's Landing from the drawing in Andrew T. Welch's 1841 sketchbook of Seminole history, a narrative of the early days and remembrance of Osceola Nkonoks, Florida photographic collection. Oh no, I just keep notes, people. Painstakingly so I write. Trust me, there's no copy and pasting. I have to write. I tell you that when I say this, it is not just for certain things, it's for everything. I am willing to release the pattern within me that is creating this experience or this condition and speak it into reality and repetitively. Do you know what that is? That is called chanting. Again, I am willing to release this pattern within me that is creating this experience or this condition. You have a condition. What that boy has there is a condition, sir. You know. What are y'all? Absentia, which is Latin for absence. What does that mean? Reliquere de absentia presens. And that means what? Absence could be as a noun. Now what is it steeped in? Ignorance. To leave. To abstain from. To actually labor and be in the absence at the same time. To release, liberation, negation. Or what's one of the most biggest things? Deprivation. To deprive one. Our ancestors, a lot of them, deprived us of the truth for fear, which should have never fucking happened. Excuse my language. And they walk around now, a lot of them. And in their blatantness and ignorance, a curse upon them is a lot of times to forget, which they have not, or to be arrogant in their ignorance and to listen and heed not to change for the better. You know, I look at 18 USC 2071, or Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1. No state can ally with another country, make war, make their own money, allow private boats and vessels to arrest enemy ships, or issue their own bills for credit. States must make only silver and gold to pay for things. So how long have we been living this lie? And why is it that our so bright, some rich, parents they don't get when this statement said sons against mothers, daughters against fathers? Or you think it's the Z generation? They against themselves. It ain't have nothing to do with them. It has something to do with us, you idiots. Yes, aunties, uncles, or those who are wayward, and mommies and mammies and pappies. It was about us moving against you after your diatribe of purgatory and your blissful relationship of falsitudes for the many who exist. Don't get it twisted, y'all, for there are many who exist in it. And it's not hate. It's perpetual that it comes roundabout. You want to know what Pandora's box is? Must I quote its origin? That is a place that no man and no woman, no child shall ever visit, yet you are always in it. They're not Z, we're not, all of them, those are made up by the enemy. Let them go. I am utilizing this to constitute a narrative for understanding. I'm expressing something to bring you up out of the abyss, a perpetual know nothing. You ever look at these individuals, swabs and all of them, these little bickering cowards, these little malevolent, nasty little things, the little fat neck, whatever it is, female. Well, we're about to do away with the caste system, and we're about to hold government and people the same, and all this other bull. There was nothing wrong with the barter system of origin. It seems like they're attempting to redo that, but in a way that's controlling. The narrative of true enslavement. They've already experimented with the CIA flying around the wayward fucktards, and those in the CIA that allows it. I'm surprised they haven't done something. Was obvious they've handpicked everybody there. Flying around, dumping chemicals. Who would do that? No one did that in the past. These bastards are not who you think they are. Boy, go on about your life. Bunch of dummies. I was telling somebody they need to get out of New York. And they have things to do. Do you know that when you defend yourself and talking about you got to go to court and all that, do you know what that is? Court doesn't have nothing to do with you because you're a first responder. You have every right to protect yourself. And this world, as that system cooperated with creating. The ATF works hand in hand with the UN, which is the US, which is the Vatican, that sick sacrilege place, and the fake kings and queens. Wasn't the NFA created because of us to keep us unarmed, and yet many of us stayed armed and we fought back? Now you have all these young dumbasses who have joined it. They get the little shots and eat a little better than you. So they're a little healthier. And then they get to train so they can bring harm to you. And then you got a bunch of foreigners who've joined the IRS as American citizens. I solemnly swear and hold the Constitution, all unless they have them saying something different or do what I heard. Would you have any problem killing a fellow American? No, not at all. They're not us. They're not Americans. There are good ones out here. I can't lie about that. I scare them off. I scare people off, you know that? They come in here looking, being nosy, because they see me comment on their posts. They get worried, they hear something, but they're scared. You know why they're scared? Because they don't know no better. They don't know real and true history. They don't know nothing, and the ones that do will never admit to it or tell you. Y'all don't see how important it is to move right now. You don't even recognize it because you're stuck. It makes no sense. Hey, Papa, don't step on the fruit. You can step on this. Get away from my fruit. Come here. Say hi. You said hi. You want to say hi again? Are you looking for the light? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Papa. Say hi. Oh, you moving a little fast. You must have went and dumped the deuce. Get away from my fruit. You don't want that. It's too citrusy. Every time I try and give you one, you like back off like, what in the world? You want to taste it? Look at you getting all hyped up. Don't worry, I ain't losing my place. I don't do that. Let me show you something. No. And don't put your paw in it because you'll knock it down. It's a good brother right here. Iron Bear Charlie Henderson. This is years ago. I have his craft still. It's about 4 or 5 years ago. He made me a medicine pouch and a couple other things. I'm waiting on a bow. And this is our brother. May he rest and may he watch over us. Tally Yonakwasa Yokode. Chief Darian Two Bears Ross. One of my primary chiefs. That's his old number. I still got his voicemails I listen to every once in a while. I don't know, I talk about a lot of Masons, and sometimes the brothers feel a little some way, which I don't care. They have to learn to move beyond that and recognize the bigger picture. Some of them, though, are kind of weak. It's hard for them to see the bigger picture because they have acclimated to everything outside of who we are. And they won't listen. Do you know what makes us for the hardest head? And the softest ass? Some of us, they have poison and they just wait and wait and wait and wait. And y'all, you move with too much fear. Prove me you don't. Don't give me the whole shalom, I got a mouth and it's on here, I'm gonna type a whole lot. I don't want to hear the BS. You do. I was in Utah, pumping gas. I'm standing there by my old Chocolate Thunder, 2020 Chevy Silverado, right? My brown one I had. And this guy's riding a boat, right? Old pale skin. You know, there's a lot of Aryan fucks up there. It's like the Ukrainians. And a little dumb, stupid. They're not Aryan. They're not the real Aryans. Anyway, this guy's looking at me crazy. Now I'm standing there. I got a big old woo-wop, 10 millimeter, like, and I'm very accurate, proficient, and quick on the draw. And this fool looking at me crazy. And I looked at him because I know what's up there. It's evil. I said, yo, my man, stop looking at me like just going about your business. I wasn't really bothered by it, but I wanted to see his reaction. He turned around like he's riding back, he's going to do something. I stepped right out in front of my truck and said, what's cracking, bro? Because I will lay you down right here, boy. I have no problem with it, boy. Do you hear me, boy? I will lay your ass down and anybody else that comes up on the scene, I will make this motherfucker Iraq. So he turns like he's riding away and I get my truck and he's acting like he's following me. So I turn into a part. I'm ready to lay this fat piece of lard down. You hear me? No emotions, no feelings. I ain't feel nothing other than you need to be removed because you are a toxic piece of poison on my ancestral land, especially on a very righteous place. See, that is not detached from me. I am aware. And no system they can create would ever change that. And that's why they're rushing, because they know that there's some people waking up they cannot have. They need to have more and more people intrusively against something they're aware of until we route them out from their corners, cobwebs, and deep spaces. That idiot that day almost took the asphalt rest. He rode on his little ignorant way. Nobody wants to hurt no one. But if you run around here feeling privileged to think you could hate on my land and don't know in your ignorance, then you're subjugated to it, sadly. The game's up. The fun time is over, people. I know a lot of y'all like staying in an illusion. What's that? Morbius, or what's that? Agent, what you call it, with the betrayer. I know this is not steak. Yet, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are, and it is sad that people would have the fuckets about reality and consummate more into the narrative of foolishness and lies. Me and Reploid shared a video. I did a side-by-side with this Dr. Robert J. Santella, abortionist, and how he went to this, I guess, citizen reporter, and he was acting completely as if his body was void. Do you know that if you have clones walking around, they're not born between a man and a woman? It doesn't matter if they knew this from test tube babies. They had to put the baby back in the woman, so that way from the void, womb, mind, universe, neglect. Remember, everything is here. Christ, universe, to fill it from the Gulf. The Gulf. The Choctaw Gulf, they call Mexico Gulf. You see that is with an opening? You must pay attention to the simplest things that are all around you. Earth is a layout of your biology incomplete. From trees, the mountains, the roots, fruits and vegetation, the things that live, the harmony that you're disconnected from. Why is it that instead of 91% oxygen, we're at 3% oxygen? Are you not aware of these things and who has been mitigating it? Because it didn't happen until a couple hundred years ago. What is it that you truly see? Their little perverse secrets and handshakes ain't nothing. They are nothing, trust me. But you refuse to learn the simplest of things. To have a true covenant. No, you need cult followings. You need things that are based on the diorama painted before you. To excuse yourself into a realm of oblivion? You want to excuse yourself like going to the bathroom to a stink cesspool. I say oblivion. To not receive the teachings, to whatever teachings may be, and the world is full of them. I want you to go to your mate and say, hey, can you teach me about the earth? What it is to walk in the grass? To move past the trees with your arms open as the leaves fall in the autumns? To know the sun is upon your head and the wind brushes across your face, and that there's a message and you're resilient to it? I bet they can. And I bet you can't either. But I bet you complain over and over and over and over the same damn thing over and over and over and reprobate. Just repetition. And feel some kind of way when somebody says something about you because you're not solid in who you say you are. Oh, I curse these bastards. If they were smart, they wouldn't even send their little MK Ultra motherfuckers, because they curse through them too. That's how dumb they are. Next time you show up, Rondo, on West Side and Truman, how about next time we face the North and we stand side by side in a formation like a star? They're fake star, but it's not what it is. And I'll tell you when you're here. I'll show you what being when you're square is really about. And everybody allow their thoughts to be clear. How about that? Third time's a charm. I was never taken serious when I was growing up. Bob was always looked at. You sound like an idiot. People always make comments about things that's not unnecessary. They know they mean well. Sometimes you gotta know when. That's the problem with our people. But it's good, because we need it. We need people so that way things can be addressed. How many of y'all went to the Mystery Flesh Pits National Park in Odessa, Texas, off of Highway 20? When I tell you that Mother Earth is alive, it's not a game. Yeah, you know the government moved in there and shut it down. I forget what year. Think about who came up with the 5 races. Was it Johann Friedrich Blumenbach? What is his ethnicity and race? His identity? And he was a liar. Think about the people who makes the monkeypox vaccine. Aren't they out of Bavarian, Nordic? You know what the definition of a curse is? A prayer, or this is by the Merriam-Webster dictionary. A prayer or invocation for harm or injury to come upon one. Imprecation, people believe that there is a curse on the house. 2, a profane or obscene oath or word in an antechamber. What is the antechamber? Of self. His lieutenant suddenly heard the shattering of glass and angry curses. That is not what a curse is, people. They must keep you further away from the truth, and you will never look for it. I think about Sigmund Freud, Walter Plecker, Franz Weidenbrecht, Franz Boas, Albert Pike, George Soros, Kim Jong-un. I mean, the whole William Henry Gates II, Jerry Preston Bezos. I'm just looking at a whole bunch of stuff here. Don't worry. I'm just Margaret Sanger. Oh my goodness. Margaret Hilda. Look at Margaret Hilda. Shit. Excuse my French. Margaret Hilda. What was the name? Thatcher. Margaret Hilda the Baroness, Theosophical Society. There's so many. Mark Zuckerberg, Edward Zuckerberg, Edward Snowden, Zuckerberg. Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. You want to talk about wicked? Margaret Thatcher. Queen Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth. There it goes. But this ain't a studio, brother. My voice carries. Well, I appreciate that. You popped up. It's overpowering my voice. Then focus. There's a reason why I do everything. Focus. Focus on my voice and not the music. I turned it down. Most people focus on my voice now. Focus on my voice. It's a frequency. It's a vibe. I will be doing an open mic tonight. A panel. And if I only get 4 to 5 people come on it, I'm going to shut it down. I want everybody to come in and speak their mind. You don't have to have your camera on if you're so immortally astute. All right? You can come on in and speak your mind, say a piece. No interruptions, no nothing. This is not about right and wrong. This is everybody putting their frequency out. If you are unsure, there's a good brother I love from Brooklyn. He always speaks his mind. Does it mean I understand everything he says? No, but I get it. See, I love it when I can empathize with somebody. Stop being fucking cowards. Excuse my French. I mean, be astute. You know, have a little endeavor about you. Don't be wayward. Everybody. So when I do this open mic tonight, the topic's going to be sound, but you're going to see it. Or I might address it in when I open. I think it's very necessary. I would love to have a whole lot of folks sitting around here in front of the TV, a couple of bottles of wine. I'm not drinking. Blow some trees if you want, and everybody have a good, decent conversation. Mitigate it means that if somebody feels like they have to talk a little louder than somebody else, that way, hey, get your point across. It's all right. We're not outside. And keep the vernacular going. It can be fun. It can be arousing. When I say arousing, do you know what I mean? Subconscious. And it can be beneficial. And I can't stand people that come and run. But I like that. Because it reminds me something's being done right. I appreciate it if you make sure that everybody else knows about the notifications being on. I'm going to read, don't worry. I got to run out again. And I'm going to read a lot. I said I was going to read this today, DNA God and the Wars of the Anunnaki. I meant that. Don't worry about the Heaven Barrel, because I know that one got y'all strapped. Got me wanting to read it nonstop. But also, a few of the other books are very entrapping. And because they're not based on fiction, they're based on the reality of certain situations. And you could take a book that is strictly about fiction, and with the cornerstone being about several other books that show that it really isn't. You dig what I'm saying? There's a plane things ride on. I appreciate y'all coming in. I had to get that off this morning because it seems like people are still entrapped with the word anastase, our enemies. It was funny when I first came here and I saw the word and I told everybody, why y'all got a place named Anastase? Oh, that means, I said, no, it don't. It means our enemies. It was directed towards y'all. Everybody's looking at me like this. Who is this little nigga? I'm not your nigga. Definitely not your black. I'm what you claim to be. You get your ass up there and lay down. He took a poop where he get light and get to wanting to. I love the zoomies. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off and give a shout out to everybody in here, and I appreciate everybody coming in. We're gonna get this reading on. I want to get into the DNA of the gods, and I want to get into the Wars of the Anunnaki. There's 2 more books actually to go with it. This third one actually goes with this. There's a 4th one that I found. I'm waiting for it to come in, so I'm going to see if they put a key up, see if there's any more books in there, because I was surprised these were there since the day before. I went and saw the key and all the mail I had, and I was like, holy smack. But it was before 3 o'clock. So I know that at the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it might be the other ones in there. So this is by Chris H. Hardy, PhD. PhD to mean, doctorate and all that don't mean a damn thing in this world, but DNA of the gods. And this is not to confuse. There's a purpose to everything. Now, you know I went over Flatlanders, and you know that I read the Custodians, and you know that I'm reading about the Heaven Bearers. And those confound them. I know people are very debatable about what's the Anunnaki. I've always said, those pyramids never served a good purpose. You don't believe me? Then why is the enemy building metallic ones and metal ones everywhere? And I'm talking about pretty damn big. And keeping us away from and always in them, lying about them, seeking them out everywhere. Look at Iraq. They destroyed that big wheel, that big circular object, blew it up. How many more? Trust me, people, there's a lot more to the world you live in. And we have been lied to the longest. And if anybody can prove me wrong, then you go right ahead and prove me wrong. Tell me, Red, you is wrong. I mean, when you start getting into geodesic architecture, that's right, the buildings that you saw here and everywhere around the world, things they want to call mosques and all that other shit. Because you got to remember, the people over there claiming to be Muslims are not the original people. Prove me wrong. There were people that went to conquer, called Berbers, mongrel Mongs, a new breed of individuals, a new sect of people, just like the mermaids of old, to hunt and to gobble and eat everything, to be destructive. So I feel it's important to read it, because we know it's going to be a bunch of lies. We chew the bone, we chew the fruit, spit up the seeds. So somebody else can grab the seeds and they can grow. Let me get some shout outs, so I'm going to get the fuck off of here. Yeah. Red Floyd, what's up, baby girl? Rondo, Benji MC, Grand Elevations, brother. I love that. Original Lone Wolf, much love, family. Ray Wolf, Grand Elevations, fam. We're going to make this happen, y'all. We're going to get through this, you know. I really got to tighten up on them bad words. I mean, there's a whole freaking frack. You know, I know all the other words. You know. Max B. But I appreciate you letting me know that, too. I appreciate that. Forgetting everything you know about how the world works. Well, I wasn't asking for me, hon. Antechamber. I wasn't asking for me. Trust me. El Bordia. Grand Elevation. Yes. What do they call them? Well, portals. What do they call it? Stargates? And yet we have star forts all over. And that's right. The Statue of Liberty wasn't built in no France and shipped over here on no damn wooden boat, half metal boat. The Statue of Liberty always been here, gilded in certain parts, and they had to change some things. How many points on that crown? Tartaria, people, the Republic. It's not a game. There's a lot of lies, and maybe some of the things we're discussing, maybe there's more lies to it. Maybe we were brought here first to see how fast we could grow. And then they brought in an enemy after they made war with us, and then they subjugated the enemy with knowledge to come out and to do things to us. I'm just saying, there's a whole lot of possibilities of many things. And some things you don't need to know about. Our parents let us fuck down, but we have no hate for them. We love them. See, that's the difference between us and this next bunch of fucks that have been really screwed over. Right? So we the fucks that have to pick up. These the fucks that have to pay attention. And the fucks that broke us. It's like we gotta be the fucking Band-Aid. The mandated Band-Aid. Do you see how important it is what you have to do? And then at the same time, they got enemies at the front fucking door. Have you not paid attention? Now they're stupid, but they're here. You can groom and condition anybody to do anything, and they make them believe they're going to succeed. Because we got a bunch of dumbass pale skins running around our land all hyped up with big ass heads. If they would change their manifestation a little more, embed themselves with truth or acquaintance to the reality of truth, that means the real history, they'd probably be better off. Oh well. Anybody sitting there supporting Ukraine, don't come across me. I don't like seeing war on nobody's sides. I don't like seeing nobody's mama's babies die. But I don't like racists, fascists, Marxists. I don't like none of them. They are broken things. They're vile. They're part of a system, contrite. Damn sisters need to be making babies. They're running around getting jabbed up, bunch of dummies. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I love y'all. Ladies, I always tip my hat to you. And my brothers, you already know what we got to do. All right? Rep, thanks for the $35 yesterday, hun. So it's 2 something. How much is it? It's no, the books I'm going to order, man, it's still not enough, man. I got to match like $275. So the books I'm going to order, I'm ordering them all at one time. I've been doing a broken thing of ordering. Thank you so much, hon. 203, yeah. So she sent it in. And I was like, what? And all I was asking was $2 and $3 and $5, and you can see the greasies have a hard time. No, I gotta go get drunk and gas, and I ain't sending you nothing. I can hear all the dumb comments now. It's just dumb. But don't worry. When you don't follow your mind, your ass don't follow. And if you feel some kind of way, my apologies. I didn't even, as a sister, I give $30 to every month. That's a friend of mine I grew up with. I didn't even give that to her. My apologies. Hold on. Oh, Melody, yeah. My apologies, hon. Yeah. It doesn't matter what a person went through. I don't care, y'all. Somebody I grew up with, I love her. She's a sister of ours. And I forgot, I didn't even send it. So I just sent something. I wish our people would wake up out this coma. Selfish, greed. Somebody who I was teaching made a comment on Facebook. I saw it. Talking about people in Cashapp. Okay, you became a nurse. You got up out the barrel. You get yourself together. Don't ever say something that you don't like if you have nothing to do with it. Especially if you ain't giving back anyway and all you're doing is, being a nurse, you can make pretty good money. I'm an RN, but I don't work. I'm well off with my connect, which all that can go away like that if you've been paying attention. The thing is, it's always our people who want to put their feelings and emotions into the plane as if they matter, when our people who the very ones talking about how our people have been done so bad. Then why don't our people stop giving money out to the outside world and start sharing it amongst each other to benefit one another? Can all y'all read? Can y'all read like I do? Can you break things down? I tell you what, I'll send money to your Cash App. You purchase the books and you read and you break it down. You litigate it. You tell me and teach me, and I will be glad to send you $40, $50 every month. Hell, I could do it every week if I wanted. A little feeble-minded. That's what you're showing me you are. You're feeble-minded. I'm not begging. I'm not no preacher. I'm gonna go get a jet with your little $2, $3, $4, $5. She done broke me off like prop. I done bought a lot of books, y'all. Now I got a ton of them upstairs, right here, over there, and under the TV. When the people come in here, I slide them doors back. Ain't number books and DVD movies. Those I've been hacked. I used to sell them in New York. Raw food. I got chili though, and my rice. Well, I'm gonna sign off, y'all. It doesn't hurt people, and it ain't gonna kill you. And I am, like I said, you have your weed heads, your crack heads, you got your alcoholics. I'm a diabolical book fiend, and that's a drug I adore. Chat with you guys later. I love y'all. Y'all have a grand day. Love you all.